Hi everyone, my name is Danielle and I've been doing PM Business in the PM Eagles Group here in Korea. It's no exaggeration when I say that PM International products are all outstanding and not one product is less important. When members in our Eagles Group introduce Fitline products, most of them recommend auto-ship first. This is because for other products to work, you need to take in auto-ship first. In this video, I will talk about the amazing effects of Power Cocktail, which is also referred to as the morning juice. Power Cocktail is actually well known, and there are tons of material about Power Cocktail on blogs and YouTube in Korea. However, only a few know it properly. Some of the content I will mention you might already know, but with some information that is less known, I will talk about the amazing effects of Power Cocktail. So the video topic is the amazing effects of Power Cocktail. First of all, think of the ingredients in Power Cocktail as basics and active ice combined. Some countries do not have Power Cocktail, so they replace it with basics and active ice instead. If we look at the ingredients of active ice, it includes guarana, beetroot, and biotin. Guarana is also called the Brazilian ginseng here in Korea because it has effects of overcoming fatigue, improving sports performance, and improving brain activity. Some might question the image I have for beetroot, but it is correct. It's easier to understand if you think about radish or carrots. Biotin is the name for vitamin B7. Vitamin B is B1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 9, and 12, and active ice includes all 8 of these. One feature of vitamin B is all 8 of these need to be taken in to have effect. Some people take folic acid or biotin separately for health, but separate intake has little effect. Compared to basics, Power Cocktail has 2 to 3 more fiber in it. Basically, there are soluble and insoluble fiber. You might see some names that are unfamiliar, but pear, oat, pea, apple, and rice fiber are things that we can eat often. The problem is, when we process food, much fiber is lost. Thus, fiber that are necessary to our body are included for us to take in. Soluble fiber can dissolve in water, and it helps our bowel movement. Guarana and beetroot I mentioned are soluble fiber. Insoluble fiber do not dissolve in water, and it helps relieve constipation. Grain like wheat and brown rice have it, and vegetable like bean, carrot, cucumber, and tomato have it too. Power Cocktail also has 5 types of enzyme. You might think, what the heck do these names mean? Just think of strange names that end with A's are mostly enzymes. These enzymes are very important. Enzyme comes out from our liver to break down the food that we normally eat. Lipase breaks down fat, and cellulase breaks down fiber. In other words, if you take Power Cocktail every day, the sugar, fat, and protein in the food that you eat are decomposed while giving less burden on your liver. For those who take digestive medicine after meal, you can dramatically reduce taking those medicine by taking Power Cocktail every morning. There are only 2 kinds of lactic acid bacterium in Power Cocktail, and these 2 help nutrient absorption in the small intestine. When you eat food, nutrient is absorbed through the small intestine. Lactic acid bacteria helps this absorption. ACES, called ACEs, is referring to vitamin A, C, E, and selenium. These 4 have necessary roles in protecting cells from free radicals. It is easy to remember these 4 important roles to our body if you think of them as the 4 ACEs. You probably already know vitamin A, C, and E. Selenium has effects of preventing cardiac disorder, antioxidant, helping production of glutathione, and relieving asthma. It's impossible to talk about all the fruits and vegetables in Power Cocktail, but to talk about a few, the already mentioned guarana and beetroot, various fruits ranging from blackberry to blackcurrant, various vegetables ranging from ginger to oat are included. To talk about all the ingredients would take hours. If we look at the ingredients that go commonly into the fruits and vegetables, they are flavonoids like catechin, anthocyanin, isoflavone, and saponin, and other ingredients are beta-carotene, sulforaphane, gamma-linolenic acid, and quercetin. Talking about the effects of all these ingredients is not easy, so I'll give a simple summary. Flavonoids like catechin, anthocyanin, isoflavone, and saponin have effects of diet, antioxidant, anti-cancer, reducing cholesterol, immunity, and anti-inflammation. Beta-carotene, sulforaphane, gamma-linolenic acid, and quercetin have effects of antioxidant, preventing cancer, immunity, cardioprotection, anti-inflammation, blood pressure regulation, and skin health. There are different opinions on how to take Power Cocktail, but the recommended daily intake is to add 180 milliliters of water to 1 sachet per day. However, there are different cases of whether to take Power Cocktail with other products or not. Those who say no claim that the Fitline products should be taken separately in order to have best effect. Those who say yes claim that there is no problem with mixing and the amount of water should be based on one's preference. There's actually parts that are correct as well as parts that are wrong in both claims that need to be explained. First of all, to follow the NTC principle, most products including Power Cocktail are in powdered form. These products have better absorption when taken with water. Recommended water intake for each product to increase absorption should be considered as minimum, not average. Let me give an example. The products that I take every morning are Power Cocktail, Activise, Zellschutz, Whey, and Galenfit. I put them in a shaker, add water, and it's easy to drink after the mixture dissolves well from shaking. However, each product has recommended water of little as 120, much as 200 milliliters. The sum is 850 milliliters when added all together. In other words, to absorb all these 5 products well, a minimum of 850 milliliters water is needed. The shaker that I use is probably about 500 to 600 milliliters. Fortunately, I drink once more after rinsing it. Then there's less remains in the shaker and I end up drinking about 800 to 1000 milliliters of water. So it is better to drink more water than the recommended preparation. You need to drink enough water anyway because the daily recommended water intake is from 1.4 to 3 liters depending on your weight. To summarize, Power Cocktail is basics and Activise combined into one product. Power Cocktail has 10 different fibers for the intestines, 5 different enzymes to break down food, and lactobacillus to help nutrient absorption in small intestines. 56 different fruits and vegetables are included, and vitamin A, C, E, and selenium that protect cells from free radical are included. You can take Power Cocktail by mixing with other Fitline products, but make sure you drink enough water, more than the recommended water on the products. My name is Danielle, here in Korea.